Someone very smart and very dangerous is coming after you.
Now, why in the name of God would anybody be coming after me?
Because you have powers.
I guess now we know what her power is! What? What?
I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but I think you just made me like country music.
The Flash, only Tuesday, February 27th on the CW.
Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing my trailer breakdown for episode 14, which is titled Subject 9. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any DC TV videos later this year. So the title of the episode is Subject 9, and that is due to the fact that this meta that we're going to be exploring in this episode, who is a version of the Fiddler from the comics who has been changed around, but we will talk more about that in a minute, is actually the 9th bus meta that we've seen so far on the TV show. So there's a few more bus metas, but she's the subject that is going to be in this episode, and she's the 9th one. But first off, I want to actually talk about an endgame theory about episode 23, the finale, and what's going to be happening. So this is just my opinion, my theory that I've been thinking about. So with the Thinker this season, you know, dropping bodies, he's going into lots of different people. He's been into Dominate, now he's inside Hazards, and the question is, who else is he going to go inside? And my theory is that he's probably going to go inside Ralph, because at the end of the last episode we got the hint that Ralph is going to be in danger because he wants all the bus metas, and Ralph was one of the bus metas, and so that's undoubtedly something's going to happen to Ralph, and he's a very killable character. We're starting to like him a bit more, but he's really not that likable to begin with due to his misogynistic attitudes and, you know, the way he actually acts. He's just a bit of a dick, really. And the idea of if the Thinker can actually take over Ralph, he can have his powers, he can shapeshift back into his normal self, which he's probably wants, considering he was probably happy with his old body. It's just he was dying, and with these other people he's able to survive. I'm a massive fan of the Hazards Thinker. I think she looks more sinister than any of the other ones. I think the acting skills of the original Thinker is probably the best out of all of them because he's got more experience. That's my endgame theory for the finale. But moving on to the trailer, so in the first shot we get to see the Thinker inside Taz's body as we saw last episode, and she's got the thinking cap on, and we get a few shots of her with her new hairdo, the evil hairdo, which is really sinister, and I love the use of the black clothing. It really does go well. And the mise-en-scène within the next scene, get to see it's just in the bar, it's like a western bar, and I've been watching a lot of westerns recently, so I'm very excited about this episode because there's going to be southern accents, she's a country music singer, and everything about her character sounds so interesting. So this is actually a version of the Fiddler, this woman who Barry is saying, you're in trouble, someone's coming after you. I really enjoyed her reaction, so I'm expecting some really great humor in this scene. And so in the episode we're going to be exploring her because she's the next bus matter. She's going to be getting powers, and that is due to her being on the bus, obviously, and we get a few shots of her performing her country music, and we get an example of her powers, and we can see some destruction in the background as it quickly cuts from a scene of her actually stringing on her violin, and then it quickly cuts to this scene where there's a lot of explosions, and it cuts to this next shot where she's just about to play her violin, and it seems like she can send out shockwaves from her violin, and in the comics the Fiddler's actually able to do that. It's actually a he in the comics, but they've changed the genders so she's a she, and she's able to power her metahuman powers through her violin, causing shockwaves of some sort. As you can see, there's like a seismic level of probably how high the frequency is of her violin after it sends off the shock. But we get a few cool shots of her and she's playing her violin, and we get to see Hazard again as the Thinker, and then we move to a scene of Barry and Ralph on the ground, and it seems like this is the aftermath after she's actually played her violin and they've been nearby in the close vicinity. And then at the end we just get the humorous side to both of these characters, so we get to see the elongated man, that being Ralph, and also Subject 9, the new metahuman. So maybe they recognize each other from from the bus because they were on the same bus, but we'll have to wait and see to do with that. But anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like Shari.